Hello, and thank you so much. Welcome, everybody that's on board. We going to H-Town.
H-Town.
H-Town in the house.
And we got 4 incredible individuals. And if you look up, you see a young lady by the name of Karen. Karen, what kind of dress you got on?
I have the original Southeast Inspirational Choir pink uniform from, what year was that, Reese? Help me out. The 80s?
I think it was 81.
It was late 80s.
Yes. It's the is it the Inspire Me dress?
Yes.
It's the Inspire Me, and it is the original, not a duplicate, that I wore back then, and I have it posterity.
Now, Reese, she gonna make everybody jealous because she can still wear hers.
Nobody else can wear that dress.
Don't hate.
Nobody else can wear that dress. I don't even know where my dress is now.
We ain't even been on a minute. We already done started something. Hey, listen, go ahead and introduce yourself at this time, if you would, please.
Okay, this is Karen.
Let me let her start with
Karen on this November 4th election day. Good Karen. And I am an alto and a 54-year member of Southeast Inspirational Choir who joined at the tender age of almost 13.
All right, Steve. She was just in the eighth grade. Okay. Reese Joyner Peters, go ahead, Reese.
I am Reese Joyner Peters. I am the daughter of Shirley Joyner. I've been in the choir as long as I can remember, but I think I was 13 when I got in there. But I remember them from the heydays of the 70s. It's a great time to be alive.
Wow, that is amazing. And then we got my man, how do you pronounce that, Deb?
Deep. Yes, sir. Deep. Yes, sir. And I'm not an official member of the Southeast Inspirational Choir. I'm an honorary member. I consider myself that. I represent what the legacy continues is by the name of Donald Page and professionally known as Deep. And that's my mama, Karen, with the good Karen with the pink dress. That's her. And I was birthed into this choir, Southeast Inspirational Choir. I owe everything to them that I know musically, everything that I know with building my relationship with God and understanding how not to give God any junk. And so I'm just honored to be one of the co-producers and vocal arrangers for this legacy project.
Could you show them the wax, please?
Yeah, I got you.
Show it to them. They need to see this. So
let's go get it for them.
Yeah, he get it right quick and he gonna pull it up right quick and he gonna show that to everybody. So you back? Go ahead, brother. Show it to him.
Yeah, look at
that. Now, Karen, where are you at? Right there.
Right there.
Okay. Now we got the fellas here. And it looks like it's about 7 guys. Is that what we have there? Is that right?
Is that you right there? No, that's Kathy. Where you at?
Come on now. I miss you.
I see you.
All right.
Oh, yeah, that's me.
That's Reese.
All right. Now, Chella, I want to introduce the brother that's there. Is that pronounced Boston?
You pretty close, Doc. I'm Pastor Darrell W. Wilson, the senior pastor of the New Hope Church, a.k.a. the 8650. Listen, I am a member of the Southeast Inspirational Choir. Shirley Ann Joyner was my aunt, and I was privileged to be in the choir for, I guess, since I was about 13, 14 as well. But yeah, and I'm still kicking, just not high. Still flopping, but can't fly. But I love the choir with all of my heart.
Wow. Yeah. Amazing. You guys have some prominent leaders that God has called home, Sylvester Turner and Congresswoman Sheila Jackson, who made a big impact in the gospel industry. Who wants to go first? Talk about Sylvester first, and then talk about, of course, Congresswoman Sheila Jackson Lee. Who wants to talk about them?
Okay.
Well, I'll talk about Sil.
Okay, go ahead.
Sylvester Turner was I could consider him a friend of mine, and although he was not just a mayor or congressman or any of that, Sid was actually a preacher, just never accepted his calling. Because anytime he stood, he would bring the house down with his anointedness, and the fact that he loved Southeast it was just icing on the cake. And we miss him even to this day. Anybody else?
Go right ahead.
Yeah.
Reese, go ahead.
Well, Sheila Jackson Lee she and my mom were good friends. Everything that we did, Sheila was always there. Actually, both Sheila and Sylvester, they were always there for anything that we did. Just not even if they were not presenting, they would just be there in support. And so I really, it was a hard hit when they were both gone. But we love them forever, love their families. Amazingly, Sheila's daughter, Erica, came out to our legacy event that we just did back in September. When I say it, you could feel Sheila's spirit in the room. Oh my God, it was incredible.
Yeah.
It was kind of mind blowing. I think it was Carl Davis that introduced her, and of course, when she walked up, we was like, "Yeah, that's Sheila's daughter."
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
You know, and for me sitting there, it was very surreal because we were at the Outreach Missionary Baptist Church, which is the church that I grew up in and one of the founding churches for Southeast Inspirational Choir. And for us to be charged, and I mean, really this being given to us by God to speak on legacy and create legacy and show what legacy is and how it's an active thing, how legacy is a verb, it's an action word. And so to see Sheila's daughter, Erica, come up and be introduced to us and see that, hey, it was just like a very loud, y'all are next to continue this. And so I must say that whenever I was out in the world, different like music events and things like that, Sheila Jackson Lee was there and she was representing Houston, and she loved Southeast at Southeast anniversaries and outside of that. And so she was consistent. It was authentic. It was palpable. Very real. Yeah.
Well, I'll tell you what, you guys I consider honored to be able to talk to you guys. And I was there as a young guy, just like y'all were. I've been in this industry for 40 years, you know.
Wow.
And to see everything, I work with the Texas Gospel Alliance Guild. Catherine Dorsey, I know her real well. Charles Butler and the folks at TSU, very much involved there, and Larry Davies, you know. So I got a lot of friends.
That's because you're a living legend.
Come on. Come on.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. But we all, you know, come together. I can tell you the hotel where we be over there going toward Hobby Airport to go right over there and being in that room, Carlton Pearson being in there. I mean, we was there at that hotel there and having all the music and everything. But the great thing is the foundation. And I want to go back to you, Reese, and also Karen, because if y'all in your teenagers, you know, what made y'all could have been caught over there at Magic 102, you know, listening to all that hip hop and rap during that time period, but y'all chose the gospel. So Reese, let's go with you first and follow. I see the expressions on your face, you know, that y'all chose to serve the Lord. You know what I mean?
I said from jump, I'm Shirley Joyner's daughter. It wasn't none of that going on at our house. Wait
a minute, hold it right now. You mean Pastor, you know, they had the AM stations back then. And when they got in the car and they had that loud music playing, they said, "Who touched my radio? You better put it back on this thing."
The big old record player in the middle of the living room.
It wasn't a record player. They called it a Victrola.
Yeah, entertainment system. You had an 8-track.
Ours was a record player.
No, it was a Victrola.
It was always staticky.
We had a big old stereo system in a cabinet.
On Saturday mornings, we knew when the Hawkins came on, it was time to get up and start cleaning up.
Yeah.
I had an AM radio in my room, and so I would sneak and play 93Q, but I had played real low. So I knew all the light-skinned people's songs they say. I knew all their songs. So
he was diverse.
When I went to school, I could sing that. But yeah, not at the house. We did only gospel music at 15. That was it.
Yeah, because Jesus stayed there 24/7.
He lived there. Jesus was in the room next door.
Karen, let me hear your story part of that, because I'm going somewhere with this one. Go ahead, Karen.
Yeah, so Miss Shirley Joyner instilled in us this ministry of not giving God no junk and of living that life that we sung about. So we had mandatory Bible study as children coming up through the choir. And so we did. Some of us who did not have to room with her as Reese did were able to listen to the secular music, but we did sneak lest we fall or backslide, and you know, having those words in our ears. Yeah. But I remember being saved again at about 18, 19, and Stevie Wonder had this album, Songs in the Key of Life. I don't know. It was that. And I love that record. And when I got saved again after a Bible study, in which Carl Preacher told us to stop listening to all of that secular music, I gave my album, all of them, including that one, to my
That was
brother,
a double album.
who will not give it back to me today.
Yeah, because it's worth money now.
Yes. And he, so thank you, Carl and Miss Shirley.
Well, I got something for you. Okay. Now you went to University of Houston, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So if I understand, that's over Robinson is the area in that area right there.
Right.
Then you got 3rd Ward, 9th Ward.
Yeah.
Then you got French.
Not 9th.
3rd Ward, 5th Ward.
5th Ward.
Yeah.
I want to make sure I got it right. All you had to do, Karen, is take them a box of Frenchie's chicken and call it a day.
I was too busy eating my campus special.
$3.49 at the
Where
time.
I took an elective called the Black Church in America from Reverend Lawson, Reverend Lawson.
All right. Well, we went back. I wanted to set that foundation. And the reason why I did that, Saints, is because the world has changed now.
Yes.
But the gospel is still the same. So here y'all are. Y'all been able to survive and make it through all this situation and do what you're doing. So what made y'all decide to come together and remake this song, My Liberty?
Come on, Reese.
Talk about
It's such
Give the backstory.
I'll give you the short version though. So back in 2020, what we decided to do in 2020 was we were celebrating 50 years. Now we hadn't really sang as an entity in probably about maybe 7 years prior to that. But we decided in 2020, hey, let's do this. Let's go out with a bang. Let's celebrate 50 years. Yeah. First of all, of still being able to sing. Okay, think about it. These people, they started in the choir when they were 11, 12, 13, and they are now past 50 years. So to be able to still minister, to be able to still produce music and make it sound like something that somebody wanted to hear, for those words to still be impactful. We got together, we had a meeting. I said, hey, if just one choir member decides they don't want to do it, then I'm not doing it. Wow. Do you know every one of them choir members said, oh yeah, we ready. I was like, Lord, no. But it actually happened the year before. We celebrated one of the choir that we just talked about, the church rather, that we talked about, one of the churches that was the founding church for Southeast, which is Outreach Missionary Baptist Church, where my mom was the minister of music for about 40 years, I believe. But we celebrated their anniversary, their 50th, the music ministry, their 50th anniversary the year prior to that. And so they were like, well, surely you're not going to do that and not finish it and make it full circle and do Southeast. And I was like, well, whatever. So we did it. I'm like, okay, God be glorified. We are going to celebrate 50 years. Did it. Had an amazing, I mean, when I tell you the people of God showed up, Kathy Taylor, Yolanda Adams, Ricky Dillard, Donald Lawrence, the Walls Group, people, Gene Moore Jr., they came from everywhere. Packed the house. I'm sitting there like, okay, it was a surreal moment for me because I was like, I didn't even really want to do this, but since God said it, we did it. Wow. Packed the house.
Wow.
A month later, the world shut down. COVID shut the world down. So I was like, hey, we did it. We're done. Thank you, Jesus, for letting us have it. You know, we're moving on. Wow. Not so. These people, these on this right here, these on this one right here, said, well, hey, you know, what we were going to do was do a commemorative video, which made sense because after 50 years, you want to have that, you know, hold on to it. Well, as luck have it, I'll say fate, not luck. As fate had it, nothing happened that it was supposed to have. Nothing, but we know that nothing is happenstance. We went back to try to do this. We went back to pull the footage and nothing, the sound wasn't right. The audio was horrible. Some of the video snippets it was crazy. And I was like, okay, well, we're done with that. But that one at the top, this one over here in the corner, deep, he said, oh no, we can do something with that. Hold on. And here we go. Legacy started at that point.
But I got to go back to ask you a question because I meant to ask you this a while ago. And I forgot to mention this. We talked about listening to, you know, on the phonographs and, you know, on the record players. But when you heard your song being played on the radio back then during that time period,
that was
that's the key right there. y'all ride around in your phone. Well, we didn't have cell phones during that time period.
No.
You know, you had a wall phone. I'm not going to say one that with a rotary dial.
The phone booth.
Yeah, the phone booth. But, you know, when you heard your song being played on the radio, let's hear from you first, Reese. What went through your mind would go around when you heard it just being played?
The first time was the 10th anniversary album, and I sang a song called He Sends the Spirit. I attended high school for performing and visual arts. And at lunchtime, we had KPVA. So they would play just music. This particular, I don't know who was on the air that week, it was a Friday. They played my song. And I was walking through the house, I was like, that's me. My choir teacher, Patricia Bonner, hated gospel music. She loved gospel, but she said gospel music was horrible for your voice. How dare you sing that music?
Are you serious?
Oh,
yes.
But she loves gospel music. She even
how can you love it and say that? You know,
it's traditional, hard singing, hardcore gospel music. She's like, that ain't good for your voice. They were playing that song. I was leaving from a practice session, going to lunch, and I was like, that's me. So people like, you singing for her? It was, yeah, I had a moment. I did. I was like, God, it's me. And I was like, like 15. I was a kid.
Yeah, that was huge.
That was an amazing moment for me.
Bosun, how about you, brother?
Listen, man, the first time that I heard Southeast over the airways, I was with a group of folk that sang in other choirs, and I'm like, y'all ain't doing this, Doc. That's Southeast Inspirational Choir. Dude, it was not just a bragging point, but it was pivotal because many folks sang, but everybody wasn't on the air. And so I just believe that God had a special call and anointing on the choir, because it wasn't because we deserved it, but it was because God had favor on us. And I so enjoy it. Even when I hear it on the radio now, I'd be like, I can't say what I want to say, but I'd be like, God, dog.
Hey, can we get the soap and get it ready in case you slip? Let's hear from you, Karen. Go ahead.
Okay. I remember that there was this DJ that would start her segment, call it a rap, every segment, every Sunday with Southeast, My Liberty. And I knew that when I heard that song and I was rushing to get to church, that I was late for Sunday school or church. I knew that's what came in my mind. Oh my God, Miss Shirley gonna be there and she gonna beat me there. But I was so excited to hear the song, but I also knew that it signaled I was running late.
Yeah, you made it.
Wow.
But yeah, she started, and I was so proud and pleased that she started her segment every Sunday with our song.
All right, Brother Deb, I'm bringing you back in, man, because we letting them share that memory lane. But now we need to take the future and talk about what we can do now to get this back, that same feeling, and get it up here today in 2025. How can
I got to correct you because it's deep, but
deep.
I'm gonna tie in what was said, and that's my mother, and it just kind of threw me. You know how they say certain things will take you back to childhood memories. When My Liberty was in its heyday, I was a child, and I was always with the choir and getting ready for church. And I remember my mom rushing in Southeast playing. When you said that, I'm like, oh, I remember this. Wow. But as long as I could remember, Southeast was on the radio. That wasn't. It was weird to me to not hear Southeast on the radio. And so that's my perspective. As I started working into the music industry, I started seeing that the same decorum and the same respect of like work ethic, having to know exactly what you were singing and being very selective about that, consequences for not living right, not being able to sing. All of these things that I was raised under. Miss Shirley, when I sung my very first song as a child, she looked over her shoulder at the church, in front of the church, and said, "You're gonna have to do better than that," while I was leading my song. And I remember just this level of excellence that was required to be able to stand up before God's people, before anybody, right? And I watched during my time in this industry that not matter anymore. I watched preparation go out the window. I watched the respect of the gift go out the window. I was honored during the time of the 50th anniversary. When I heard about it, I was very excited, but I was on the road with the Sunday service choir with Kanye West. And we were rehearsing Monday through Friday.
Yeah.
And it was the first time in all of my career that I had rehearsed to the degree in which I was raised to rehearse.
Yeah.
And so what was very interesting during that time is that Kanye was trying to find his way to God through gospel music. And so I was honored to bring the Sunday service to Houston at the Lakewood Church. And I kept saying, you got to do Southeast, you got to do Southeast. You know, we're going to Houston. And so that didn't happen. And I was like, y'all don't understand. Y'all don't understand Southeast's impact. Everywhere I go, people say, oh, Southeast, Shirley Joyner, Brenda Waters. Oh, yeah. I know you can sing, and I know, you know, there's this thing associated with it. And so, like Reese said, when pandemic hit, all of the music that was out, y'all, it was not music that anybody wanted to listen to being locked up in their home. Because all of the popular music that was playing, they did not speak to being inspired.
Yes.
They didn't speak to being free indeed, even though we're locked into our homes. And so I realized that the music of the older day was music that was appropriate through every season of our life, and how necessary it was to have quality content, quality lyrics, excellent delivery, and excellent ministry. And so I think that it's necessary. A lot of times they say if you forget where you come from, you have to repeat it. And so Southeast was necessary then, but we've gotten away from what it was that, you know,
Preach,
that got
preacher.
through those times. And now here we are. Well, now here we are, and we have, you know, people looking. We see a lot of our monuments being destroyed. We see a lot of our blackness being erased.
Yeah.
And if you don't know that you are coming from royalty, if you don't know that you are a part of legacy, you are the only way the legacy exists, then you're going to have to go all the way back. And so I feel that it's very important that the music that got us over then is necessary to know about that, because that sets the standard. Start here. And go higher.
Wow.
And so I feel like it was my responsibility to come back into the fold and help us remind the world that this is the starting point.
Yeah.
This is the bare minimum of where we should be coming from. And look how rich, look how great, look how powerful, look how impactful it is. Start here and let's go higher.
Man, you broke it down deep. I appreciate that.
Yeah.
Y'all pass the offering bucket around.
What did he say?
You don't even have to do that now. We just cash app you. We just put it. But listen, I want to wrap this up, and I need to make sure that people know that I'm about to play the song so they can hear it. And then I got a surprise for y'all at the end. And I'm going to send it out to my new friend, Karen. Now, I got
Good Karen.
Yeah, good Karen. Well, I got something for you at the end, and it's going to make you laugh. But I just want to say thank you. I consider it an honor. Thank you to Rondi Moore and everybody that's watching and listening now. You want to get back to the basics. I guarantee you, see, when you follow God, He will bring you through this situation. We're dealing with a bunch of mess now. People talking about going out there, robbing stores, stealing just to get groceries. It shouldn't be all about that.
Yeah.
You know? And we got to be there and be there for each other. So I encourage you, listen to this music, you know, My Liberty, stay focused and trust God no matter what, even when it hurts. Been there, done that. And I pray that God would continue to take you to the next level. So I need social media handles. Brother Deep, could you go ahead and tell them information and tell them how they can get the song and everything?
Absolutely. So Legacy is released on the Southeast Inspirational Choir on all of your DSPs. That's your digital streaming platforms. It's also available on YouTube, and you also can order it from our vinyl in a few weeks from the website, southeastinspirationalchoir.com. Follow us everywhere at Southeast Inspirational Choir, spelled exactly like it is. And stay tuned, because we have a lot of stuff coming up. We have productions. We have Inspire Me coming out. I'm going to go ahead and drop that here. Inspire coming out, because we understand that in this day, that middle name, inspirational, that's the goal, that's the purpose. And so Inspire Me is following up.
All right. Well, sure. Appreciate y'all. Now, Karen, are you ready? Good, Karen. You ready for your surprise now?
I'm ready.
All right. Who do you see talking to your coach?
Look at him. Look at him.
D'Amico Ryan.
That's you. I see you.
That's me.
Was you Brown or Bailey?
I can't see it.
Were you Brown or Bailey then?
I was Bailey, Cedric Bailey, but I went by the name of Brown. And so what it is, I do sports, but I do it from a Christian perspective.
Wow.
And when I asked him the question, I said, how does it feel to have a man of God leading your team? And I'm talking about CJ Stroud.
Yeah.
Hey,
Wow. Wow.
praise God.
You see what I'm saying? And when I asked him that question, he's from Alabama, and I was right there. Bo Jackson was on the other side. I did the interview with him. But what I want to say is, see, I can get out there and share the gospel with anybody, you know.
I know that's right.
And he was
That's
glad to see
crazy.
me. He got a huge family. They all be right up in the house. But CJ, I know he got hurt over the weekend, but that brother is awesome. So you guys, so yeah, my second team is not the Oilers. I'm sorry, I love you, Blue, but you know, what would they call that? The Astrodome, whatever it was, right?
The Astrodome, yeah.
Back in the day.
Yeah, next to NRG. I've been to the Toyota Center, and you know where the Rockets played. I come in town, I just come in there. Usually I go through there because I'm more than likely I'm going on a cruise because I go right down the road.
All right.
Yeah. So, you know, Houston is my second favorite city.
I really love that. H-Town.
We'll take it.
H-Town all the way. So, you know, y'all keep doing what y'all doing. And hey, stay in contact with me. Tell Ronity I'll drive down there and come hang out with y'all. And y'all just support y'all 100%. And go around the room, get your closing comments. Reese, you get the closing comment first.
I'm just excited and so elated that you would have us on the show today. It's been a great ride. It's been a great walk down memory lane. I thank you for your continued support. And to your listeners, thank you for enjoying what you're about to hear.
Amen. Bosun?
Listen, I just want to leave with this thought because Southeast, we've had some trend-setting music, and there are some iconic introductions. When you hear it, you already know what the song is, and I'm so glad that we have a song that's so iconic. 45 years later, when you hear it, you know it's My Liberty. And I believe God was in the mix, and I thank God for what He has done and what He is doing now.
All right, Deep, you get the close, and then we'll hear from Karen.
Absolutely, absolutely. I just want to say that nothing is happenstance, that everything happens for a reason. So 55 years later, everything that's happened for the past 55 years was supposed to happen. And so we want to thank you, Cedric. We want to shout out to Ronity and to your listeners for, you know, tuning in, listening to us, and helping us keep legacy and inspiration alive.
Right.
And good Karen.
Okay, and I just want to say again, echo those sentiments. Thank you, Brother Cedric Bailey, my newest friend. And I want to encourage all of the listeners to fall in love with gospel music and Southeast Inspirational Choir again.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Thank you. So when I had to come down there, I got my friend Treva Jones.
Hey, Treva.
Yes.
Treva.
She's from Oklahoma. She's from Oklahoma, and she just retired down there. I think she worked at the post office there. And I just, you know, I got friends everywhere. So Pastor Bosun, I mean, you make sure y'all let me know your church where you're at, and get with Ronity and get my number. So I come down there and come and fellowship with you. I mean,
absolutely.
I've been.
We'll be honored.
You know, but I'm the Sunday school superintendent at my church here.
Come on, Sunday school.
Amen.
Come on.
And I'm in one of the black towns. It's called Tatum's, Oklahoma. And you guys this weekend will get a chance to see the movie Sarah's Oil.
Yeah.
And
Yes.
Even in that movie, you're gonna hear that song, Nobody But, I can't sing Nobody But You, Lord. But they're gonna sing that song. And in every good movie, you gotta have a good gospel song.
Yeah, you do. Yeah, you do.
So Hollywood, if you're listening, you need a group.
Come on.
Put My Liberty in there.
Come on.
Yeah, you got to do that because you know, you got to do it. But thanks a lot for being with us here on the Cedric Bailey Radio Show. I know we had a long conversation, but it was worth every moment of it. God bless each one of you, and thank you for what you do.